It's the Late Late Show.
Representing the local sporting groups, please welcome on stage Camogie, Eilish Riley, Community Games, Saturday Sports, Hurling, Bernie Connor, and Gaelic Football, Ryan Smith.
Why don't you start by telling us how you got involved with the camogie here in Edgeworthstown? I know that Eilish is actually a Lowen from Ballylane.
Yes, I have no idea how I got that this position. I think it started probably around 12.5 years ago. I had a daughter and she broke my heart when she was about 4 years of age. I heard her. So she got her position and she's banged away ever since. With this, then I was living in Cloncath. It's the kind of the capital of hurling in Edgeworthstown. Really, that was if you go for a walk anytime up the road between April and September, you're sure to get a bang on the head from a slitter. So that was it. Then Edgeworthstown had the opportunity of hosting Féile, the national Féile for hurling and camogie last year, 2018. So there was only one camogie team in Longford. It's Longford Fashion. Yeah. So the hurling club approached us and asked if we have, enough girls to put a team together for Féile. See, they were hosting it. So we had meetings and we put meetings together and word out there we got enough girls to train.
Great. And not all the girls are from Edgeworthstown, isn't that right, Eilish? We have a couple of outsiders as well.
Yeah, we have a family and the Granard girls are from the team. Have been for the last 2 years. So hopefully we'll have them back in 2020.
Great. So I know you're on the go now, 2 years, going into your third year.
Yeah, so we started last year and competed in Féile here in Edgeworthstown last year. We also competed in Westmeath Championship. We got to a county final up there. We were just beaten by a point in the end. So we did really well the first year. And this year we had to bring 17 girls down to Cork the weekend. And so we competed down there. We also competed in Westmeath as well. And they got a semi-final of Westmeath, which unfortunately we as well. But they're a great bunch of girls.
And it was a great achievement for them to go and represent Longford down in Cork in their second year, really. It was a great opportunity for all the young girls, and hopefully it was encouraging to keep playing.
Yeah, definitely a great opportunity. I think it was great excitement. We didn't have much time to prepare. We just heard, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before the actual competition that Longford got a place to play down there. So we had to play off against last year's Féile champions, Snatchers, and we beat them this year, which was fantastic. Yes.
So probably a couple of them in the audience tonight.
coming up to Fela with fundraising, sponsorship. It's just a great event.
And without all that sponsorship, really, we simply wouldn't be able to go down to Fela.
No, absolutely not. No, so it's the girls are great. They do their own fundraising, they're here, and sponsorship we're very lucky with sponsorship the last couple of years. And the coaches, yourself, Laura, Bernard, Angela Cheapers, and Rachel McLaughlin took the girls the first year training at Paula Cullen, and then this year we started off Bernard training, and Paula and Laura yourself stepped in then, and of course Willie Brown, he with curling. Yeah, we couldn't do it without him.
I actually trained under Willie when I was under 14, and he actually frightened the life out of me.
And he still does,
He came into the changing rooms. I remember when I said he must have been under 14 playing the girls are playing, and he came in and he gave me a wallop on the head. I obviously had a helmet on with a hurl, and I was that afraid. I actually think I went out and scored about 2 goals from, and I wouldn't normally.
Yeah, no, he really has a great way about him when it comes to mentoring. And just one quick story to tell you, we were Fela in Cork this year, and the girls had 2 matches on the Friday evening after travelling down, and then they had to play 2 matches on the Saturday morning. So the second match was the semi-final, and at half-time we were just down by a point, we didn't think we were going to be that strong, but it was every game they played, they got stronger, and they probably got more confident. So at half-time, Willie was given his half-time talk, as he does, and he really was trying to rev them up, get them going, and I'm sure anybody that has trained under Willie Brown knows what he can be like, giving team talks. And he was saying, look, when you can win this, you can do this, go out there, second half, I want to see you coming off that pitch, crawling on your hands and knees, give it 120%. I want to see you sweating buckets, but you can't walk, give it everything, kick the ball, pop the ball, head the ball, do what you can, get it up, score, get it under the bar, over the bar, whatever, it doesn't matter, you can do this, come back to long with with your heads held high, and just give it everything. Now, and he had the girls well revved up, he had me well revved up, and I was like, look when you're to win this game. And, so he said, look, before you go out there now, the business will blow, has anybody got any questions? And one of the younger ones put her hand up and said, Willie, what time is the disco start tonight? I can imagine that. Honestly, that is a true story. I don't know to laugh or cry, because seeing them all just going out for better. So,
But the likes of Willie Brown keep clubs alive and taking those great. So it is perfect for your work in Edgeworthstown. And best of luck in the new year. Give it up for you. And going from camogie to community games. So Charlene, you've obviously been involved with the Edgeworthstown Community Games a long time. Your 2 girls are on the camogie team, and obviously they're involved in the community games as well. You might tell us how long you're involved and how did you get involved?
I started off getting involved in community games just on the committee level, I suppose, when Kayla started running, and then we had a great committee at the time with Cahill and Magella, and obviously they stepped down, and myself and Bridie and Siobhan Hines and James Hines took over the ropes from them. And it was a hard job filling in, from what they have achieved throughout the years to get the club still going to what we wanted it to go, because community games sort of it's like a hard one, you know what I mean? It's a varied area. It's not just athletics, like there's drama, there's quizzes, there's chess, there's so much involved in community games, and some people actually just think it is the running. Years ago it would have been just solely, focused on the athletics, but I think Magella and Cahill just got the kids involved in all aspects of community games. So when they stepped down 3 years ago, as I said, we took over, and our first time going to nationals was when it was moved to Edgeworthstown in Dublin. Huge eye-opener, you know what I mean? But we done very well over the weekend. Our choir got bronze in the team event, and then we had 3 individual medals as well. Jack Belton got a medal, Yemi and Fumi Talabi as well. So then the following year, Limerick then took over, so it's in Limerick event for 3 years. So we sort of knew a bit more. We went down, in fairness now to the kids, were just fantastic. out, they trained. And we had a fantastic year down there. Through art as well, we got a gold medal down there with art that year with Tomas Mulligan. We had 3 gold medals as well for running a team running medal, and then Annie had got his individual. And then last year just gone by, which is another huge success. It was over 2 weekends. Our choir, our under 12 singers, our comedy sketch, and also Tomas Mulligan won another medal down there for his art. They all won medals, and then again at the athletics, then we done really well through Jack Belson and Philby again, and then our under 15 mixed relay. Yeah, so it was fantastic. Just getting better every year. But it's the kids that they're coming out and they want to do it, you know. So.
And just as important as the kids, the volunteers are also extremely important, because without volunteers, just again like with Mogi, it just wouldn't be able to happen.
Oh, definitely not now. First, parents do get involved. Like, you know, Jimmy took over the comedy sketch because his own were involved in it. Bernie does still help out on the field days. Everybody does get involved still, and even for fundraising, when we're doing fundraising to go down to Limerick, you know, people will always give a hand. And I know it's hard because they're fundraising for everything, there's always something, but they'll always still come and give a hand, whether they have kids involved or not, they'll come and help.
Yeah, like, you know, the volunteers I always did at the community games have always been forthcoming over the last couple of years. I know when I was involved with community games, we had like my own mother, James Priest, very playing national team, where it's more attached up Big Friday, and you know, I think there's many stories I think from when we went to Mosley. I only got to go to Mosley once, and I'd say we broke our heart.
Oh, definitely. I would have been in Mosley a good few times now as well, and it was, you know, I remember the first time heading off when I was 6, going off for the weekend to have your parents, you know, and I was like, oh my God. But you know, you had a fantastic weekend, you were very well looked after, and you know, we tried to bring that back actually this year. We brought the kids down for the weekend to Limerick, and we had to put down fun now, you know, no late nights, not right, Jimmy? But yeah, and the kids enjoyed it. And you know, we try to keep the expense down for the parents as well by doing the fundraising and that. As I said, like, they all do get involved, which is great.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, good luck in the new year coming.
Thank you.
And again, continued support from everyone is greatly appreciated, and it's what keeps us alive, and it's what keeps sending our kids down to compete in All Ireland. So well done, Charlene.
Thank you.
And we'll move on to Bernie.
How are you, Laura?
Bernie's the king of hurling in Edgeworthstown, aren't you, Bernie?
Yeah, we do a small bit.
You might tell us a bit about the hurling in Edgeworthstown and the success it has had over the last number of years.
Well, it had a lot of success. I'd say the club started in 1968, but I think it only went for a couple of years that time, and then it started up again. I'd say it was around 74 or 75 maybe. Emil Spillane was a teacher in the local boys' school, which we were in. The Spillanes would have been out of the train station. Their father was a station master there, and he was a school teacher there. And he started to back up again with actually my age. I think we were in the 3rd class or 4th class at the time, and he brought it a step further. At the time, we actually played in fails and things at the time. But then that group from that time would have went on and won the first senior championship in '92. But there was a lot of background going on. You had Billy Lynn, Kevin McCormick was another strong man there as well. Billy Lynn, Ignatius Gallagher, Sean O'Brien, I don't know whether Sean is here either. He was involved as well. Again, Sean got involved with Camogie at a later stage with that. But going back to those days, there used to be discos in the Auburn Hall as well. I don't know whether anyone was at them, but they were a kind of a fundraiser that the Camogie Club used to run at the time back in the 80s, probably late 70s, 80s, as fundraisers in the Auburn Hall. And you probably don't know, most of the people here probably know where it was, but a lot of people don't.
I could be insulted out of Bernie. You want to be careful there.
It was where Girasol is at the moment. That's where it was. Some of them would remember. Jackie might have remembered there and not last meeting with them, all right. But that was where it all started, and it moved from there. Then we won under 14s, under 16s, minors, but we hadn't won. We'll say the Holy Grail, as they call it, the JJ Degnan. That didn't come until 1992. So when we won, we actually won the football that year as well, and there was a big crossover of lads there. There probably was 9 or 10 that was on the football team, was on the hurling team. So when you're winning, you keep winning. But
and Bernie, you might tell us how many county finals have won since 1992?
well, 19 finals we've won. We've lost probably a couple as well. I think we've lost, 3. I'm not sure. I think we've lost 3. But I don't think there's anybody. Sean Brown is there. He doesn't have them all. He nearly has them all. He missed one. He was in Australia, and then I think he got dropped as well for one. But Sean McNally was another one. He was there from the start as well. He doesn't have them all either. I think he faded a little bit as well, just like Sean. You know, I know that they think they didn't fade, but they really did. You know, their time was up, and that was it. But it's the same. The same thing happens across the board in football as well. But that's basically it. We had some great times. We actually got to a Leinster final. I can't remember what year. Well, you remember, Jimmy, what year it was?
16, John.
The 2016 we played Clare in the Leinster final, and we lost a couple of lads in the semi-final who just couldn't have manners, I suppose, on the day, and they got a one-match suspension and one.
You wouldn't be one of them to have manners on the pitch either, Bernie.
No.
He was mushing them in from the sideline.
No. Leave the fifth on that one. But we had some great times. Now that team has moved on, I suppose. There's a lot of lads now off that team that probably has 10 championships, 11 or 12 that have been gotten from it now. But that's how it is at the moment. We're very strong on the 14 as well. Again, we compete in a lot of failures. Everybody doesn't probably know what the fail is. You win out your county, and then you represent your county at national level. So national level is in a different county every year. So you go for the weekend and you represent your county in your own grade. So there will be probably 10 divisions. You know, so Longford usually end up in Division 8 or Division 9. We never end up in the worst one. I don't know how we'd always end up in a stronger one, but that's where we end up anyway. But
So you won the first county final in 1992. What was the celebrations like back then? How did you celebrate then? I know Edgeworthstown have won a lot of county finals in recent years, and I think they stopped celebrating at one stage because they just kept winning them.
yeah.
Celebrations were like when you won in 1992.
I can't really remember the only celebration I do remember, when we won the championship football in '85. I remember that one, all right. And I was only a young fella at the time, but I remember that one because I got into a bit of trouble at home because I was only 17. But that's for another day. But no, I can't remember a lot of the celebrations. Not really, Laura. No.
So Gish Betty this year.
I can't remember that either.
Gish won the championship this year, and they weren't used to it, and I don't think they knew how to celebrate. I think they're still in the Castle Inn, and they won it back in October.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew how to celebrate.
Yeah, I know. When you don't win it for a number of years, all right, the thing there's more fun and there's more celebration. But and Gish did very well in Leicester and won a game in Leicester and win 2.
1-2.
1-2, yeah. We probably won 3 or 4 in the game.
We would have went home with it.
Yeah, but no, strong teams on Gish, in fairness to them as well. But it's all good fun, you know. You give it and take it,
And you were lucky enough to win both the county hurling and the county football final in 1992.
yeah.
And you were cornerback for Edgeworthstown back in 92, were you? Is that right?
No.
Big halfback?
I don't have halfback in football. Yeah. I don't know where it was going to hurling.
And where did you play then when you were on the hurling pitch?
I can't remember.
After you
No.
hurling.
But you all over the field, Laura, you know.
And tell us, did you have a bad name on the pitch, or you know?
What?
Did you have a bad name on the pitch? Were you good little tiny
I
player?
don't know. But you're, you know.
Did you hear many stories about Bernie?
Yeah, I did awesome.
Did you bring more hurls than legs, or legs than hurls?
Well, don't put yourself in harm's way, I suppose, is the way to go. You know, you wouldn't walk out in front of a bus, would you? I'll tell you a funny story, actually. We were playing in the county final, we were playing Stafford. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was in the 90s. And a bit of a scuffle started anyway, and there was 5 or 6 in it, and then maybe 5 or 6 more got involved, and it was, you know, that kind of stuff. It was friendly kind of stuff. And the next thing, I turned around and the referee was on the ground. And I said to myself, what's that doing on the ground? So he got up and he seemed he was embarrassed a little bit, you know, and everyone was saying, what happened to him? But he sort of, I don't really know what happened. He started giving out red cards then, and he gave a couple of red cards, you know, who got the red cards. And then he abandoned the match. Just imagine. Just abandoned the match. And everybody was there willing to get on with the game. Because, do you remember that? You were probably there. And, but that's one of those things that happen. And he abandoned the match, and some fellas got suspended, and one fella got suspended for 12 months. Imagine. All over just a misunderstanding.
And Bernie doesn't know what happened.
Yeah. You know,
Bernie had nothing to do with that one, did he?
I know comment.
these things happen. No, I won't mention any names. But
It was probably Bernie that put the ref on the ground, wasn't it?
The ref went on the ref while I heard it after, and he never abandoned one of them.
No, but he didn't get it after because he threw the toys out the pram again and gave up.
Guys, give it up for Bernie. Thanks for being Bernie. And again, last but not least, Brian, the Smiths have obviously been great servants to Mostrim J over the years. Yourself and your three brothers played for Mostrim for many years. Were the 40 ever on the one team at any one time?
Yes, we were. The four of us were on the team in 73, just the year before we won the county final. Mickey was in goals and put out his knee, and in that particular year I wasn't able to train for the following year. We won the final in 74. But yeah, the three of us were, football has been all our life. We've been for breakfast, dinner and tea, as you would say. But I can go back a long, long way from the guests we have here. And like in the early days in underage football, we didn't have anything really. Fair dues to the late great Hugh Griffin Devine. He kept us all together, and like he made sure we got to the games and we played, but we were always hammered, and which was didn't really matter because we knew no better at the time, you know. But then a lot of those players, like from my era, came through up to in the early 60s, and then we kind of the big breakthrough, of course, was the 1966 junior final, our best win. But prior to that, we were always beaten in the first round of the junior championship, and Tom McLaughlin here will verify that, and a few other lads. And but there was always a losers competition, you know, and we were brilliant at the losers competition. I always remember, Tom will remember as well, that we always won the losers, and we used to get these egg cups, you know, like no bigger than egg cups, and we always were presented with them in a back room in anyone knows Maggie Cannabis shop or Johnny Murphy's barber shop now. We always had a little presentation there, and sure we thought we won the Ireland type, you know. But we moved on then from 66, and of course John and Shepard and myself and Mickey before that. We were surrounded with a great amount of great players, you know, and we had a great team and we died for each other in the field, you know. So after winning the junior in 66, that same team with a few new faces came into it, and we went on to win the intermediate in 67, which was a wonderful game of football. It went to a replay with Cashin, and eventually we won. And Lord Mercy and John came in the sub on that particular day and scored 2 great points and turned the game for us. And we went on to win that particular game. And the following weekend, we won the minor championship on the same year, and John was captain of that year as well. So it was a great time to be part of the football that time, you know. And like we had nothing else, we went out and we played, and we kicked the ball until it was dark, and way after dark, coming in from the Hugh Devine Park as it is now. But then bigger things started to happen then in the late 67 on to 70. We went on then, and our first big senior trophy was we won the Leader Cup in 1970, which I remember I was captain of the team at that time, and I was delighted to be able to bring up some trophy up Pound Street. You know, we hadn't been bringing too many from the junior. But just going back to the junior championship, I have to say that there wasn't a tap of work for about 2 months in Edgeworthstown after winning the junior championship. But we went on then, and of course we won had a great year. With 74 was the big one for us, you know, and we really had a great win in the 74 final. It was brilliant. And I mean, the present team bring the Sean Connolly up Mount Street again very, very soon, please God.
And how do you think? How do you think the football now compares to the way football was say when you were playing? Training, nutrition, prep.
Well, I suppose the football training now, I suppose in our time, we didn't have as much routine as now. Like, I mean, okay, it's all for the better. We think it's all for the better. Dietitians and all physios and everything like that. But I mean, we went down and we just ran around the field and ran until our tongues hung out. You know what I mean? And we didn't even know whether we were overfit or underfit. You know, but we played the game anyway.
You didn't know what hamstrings were back then.
Yes. But I remember a story from Eddie Downey, he said, all those games leading up, and Eddie would have always, someone would mention about the hamstrings at the time, they never were ahead of it in our time, hamstring. And Eddie would say, somebody mentioned, but he said, I'd never seen a ham, he said, all I saw was a string, he said. But it's been great, football has been great for us and for our family and for all the lads around. Football has been great for us, and we made a lot of friends over the years, and every time we went there we made good friends, and that's a great way to come off the park and win, lose or draw, shake hands and be friends for life, which you can meet up fellas now in other clubs now and have all the great things to say about each other.
And you passed it down, your sons there from Mostrim J now, so you passed it down, your sons that they've read.
Yeah, the three boys did play. Jared is still playing away, and I hope that he continues with another year. And the other two boys, of course, are not around now at the moment, but they did give it a good time. I think Brian and Colin there, and they miss it a lot. Actually, Brian, at the moment, Brian is out in Vietnam, and he joined up with the football team out there, and I think they call themselves Hanoi Celtics. So he goes up and trains with them, and they kick to play football. So he's keeping the tradition alive, off the far off countries.
And if you're not playing football, you're playing a bit of music. You're inclined to play a bit of music as well. With Mary Walsh and Mary Hughes, am I right?
Yeah, talk about music is badly, I like the debate. I always had an interest in the traditional music. I really like banging out with few tunes if I'm down a concertina or whatever, get a chance. And that group come together maybe 6 or 8 weeks. We come together and we go to each other's house and we play a few tunes and have a cup of tea and learn a new one if possible. And that's great.
It's nice to get together then.
It's a great way for meeting people and having a chat.
And you were also involved in the Scouts. I actually just heard that Jimmy, you were a Scout.
I was a Scout.
Yes.
I'd say he was some Scout.
Yeah, we were. 20 years of our life I spent in the Scouts, and I remember Father Kevin Sullivan when he was transferred from St. Helens to Edgeworthstown. He was not, I can't remember what year it was, but he was no sooner a week in Edgeworthstown until a committee was formed and set up a great committee was set up, and we had one time that Jimmy will verify all the good hikes we had in Songwith Wood and Palace Skennery and all those places, and it's been a great time for young people. And what I find about the Scouts is that people you meet today, you meet them in social life and out, they have always have something great to say about their life and in the Scout time, and I know that has made a lot of people, different people today. And there's an example of it there now. Jimmy was one of our former Scouts, and he really done well for himself.
And one thing I learned as a Scout, we always used to have to iron our neckerchief for Mass on a Sunday. So I learned to iron, and I ironed my two sons' shorts today before I came up with it. Man, Ryan gave me my own, I didn't have to iron that.
Yeah, the Scout Mass was a big highlight in the Scouting tradition, all right. And Father Kevin was very disciplinary. He always wanted things very proper. We went to those Mass, and you miss those now. And I often would say that it'd be great if some of young people would maybe get back into that scene again, because it was great for all that generation, of your generation, Jimmy, and maybe all the young people here tonight, and maybe some of the adults maybe might decide to start up again. I know that it's not a great time with all the bad press that Scouting has got, but in our time it was just absolutely brilliant, and it's great memories, and we're delighted with that.
Great. And before we just finish up, I actually want to come back to Charlene. Charlene, I just want to congratulate yourself on taking over the under 14 girls football team. You might just chat to us a bit about that before we finish up, just so I know we have a good representation here from Edgeworthstown. Obviously, our Mostrim ladies are going quite strong at the minute.
Yeah, we are actually our underage did very well this year. We got to 4 finals, under 12s, 14s, 16 and minors. Our under 14s were very successful and won the championship out after a very nail-biting final. The referee didn't even know the score at the end of the game, so it was fantastic. And then this year I was asked to help out with the under 14 girls county team, and we have 7 girls on the team this year, so hopefully we'll do well.
Yeah, it's fantastic for Edgeworthstown, because at the minute, like, ladies football really is booming in Edgeworthstown.
Definitely. We'll be one of the strongest teams actually for under 14s going into next year's championship, and we'll be hoping now to go for the Fela competition. I think Kevin has that sorted for us, Kevin McLaughlin. So we'll be looking for that. As I said, we have a few girls from that have gone for under 16s and minor this year as well. We'll be hoping to get a few more Edgeworthstown girls in for the county team, because they're well able.
A couple of them minor girls are playing with our senior girls, of course, which we got to the quarter final this year where Rebecca Carrigan. We had renewed and managed girls for the last 5 years, and Louis P. Green stepping down this year, and Paddy Cullen is going to be taking over girls this year, so we're wishing the best of luck. We hope we can bring our back to Edgeworthstown. And, because I know when I started playing football first, actually Seamus Smith, Lord Reston, was actually my first coach playing football, and I remember he used to always say simple football. That was his name, it was just simple football. And I can't retire with that for about 9 years of not playing football this year, and it was anything but simple. It was the most complicated thing I ever had to do. So football has definitely got a lot more complicated over the last couple of years in the style of playing that. So it's great to bring the likes of Seamus back into it. And again, we wish the girls the best of luck, and the senior girls and Paddy Cullen the best of luck, and Charlene with the under 14 girls. So thanks a million, Danish, Charlene, Bernie, and Brian. Thanks a million.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful piece of Irish music and Irish dancing performed by Mostrim Green.
Well done,